Alrighty, welcome everyone. I'm Tiabu and it is Monday, so I am here for Retro Monday Overdrive. Last week on Retro Monday Overdrive, we watched a big ol' film called The Wings of Honiamise, or Royal Space Force The Wings of Honiamise, and it was simultaneously really fantastic and somewhat disappointing because it was a beautifully well-constructed, interesting film that apparently had a lot of effort put into making it really connect with the viewer, and unfortunately I didn't feel like it connected with me. I didn't super vibe with the movie. I respect the hell out of a lot of the work that went into it. It's a gorgeous film, but it ended up being a film that in some ways is almost so good it's bad. Not that Honiamise is bad by any stretch of the imagination, but the things that are lacking from it are the things that fall by the wayside when you put so much effort into the animation and so much effort into creating realism that you lose the magic of being able to tell a story that couldn't happen in reality. So it was a very interesting film, but again, kind of almost so good it's bad. So I thought that what we would do this week on Retro Monday Overdrive, in part because I am like deeply bone weary. I am fucking exhausted and I'm not sure why. I don't know. Something has been messing with my sleep, and there's carryover from the weekend events and stuff, but I'm just tired. I thought what we would do is watch something on the polar opposite end of the spectrum, something so bad it's good. So I went and I spent some time looking around at like bad anime OVAs and stuff, and I hit upon something that I forgot that I haven't seen, which is there is a magical man, a magical man named Yoshiteru Sato, who has created two of my favorite awful things in the entire world. Those things being Hamatsu no Mars, Mars of Destruction, and Tenku Danzato Skelter Heaven, or Skelter Plus Heaven. These come out of Studio Idea Factory. They're both short. Tenku Danzato Skelter Heaven in particular is 18 minutes and 52 or 53 seconds, and you can find it for freezies on YouTube. I highly recommend going and checking it out. It's something. But and I've seen Skelter Heaven probably over a dozen times. I keep convincing people who don't know better to watch it in order to destroy their minds, and then whenever I do that, I end up watching it along with them because I love it and it's super hilariously bad. And so he's got another one that I haven't seen. This one did come out in 2001, so it kind of skirts the line on the old OVAs thing, but it's 2021 now, so this is still 20 years ago, and that's fine by me. This came out in 2001. This is Generation of Chaos Prologue. It is 27 minutes and 47 seconds long, and is apparently, it's like a promo for like a game that they made that's like a fantasy strategy game. And whoever made the game threw some money at Idea Factory, and Idea Factory was like, yeah, sure, we'll totally make an anime OVA that will help you sell this game like gangbusters. I haven't seen any of this. I haven't read any reviews of it. It's not quite as high-profile-y bad as Hamatsu no Mars or Skelter Heaven, which get like articles written about them as people who in the anime industry find this and just go like, how did this why? But I haven't really seen much about this one, so maybe it's not as bad and not gonna be as funny, which would really suck and destroy the purpose of watching it right now. But I'm hoping for some real good badness here. We just watched something really great that I didn't love. Let's see if we can watch something really bad and see if I actually really enjoy it. Yeah, let's buckle up for the ride and see where Yoshiteru Sato, our Lord and Savior, our true genius, the most brilliant anime creative in the industry, whether I don't think he's still working at this point, who has ever been in the industry. Let's see what he puts out on the table and what Idea Factory puts out on the table, because I'm guessing not much. Oh yeah, fun little piece of trivia about this one. I haven't read any reviews or the synopsis or anything, but I was glancing at it just to make sure that it was the same guy, because, you know, just making sure. The theme song performance is by... This is insane to say. The theme song performance for this 2001 OVA is by Nana Mizuki. Tsubasa herself. She's not listed as a voice actor as far as I know. I don't think that Mal has listings for voice actors for this show. No, it doesn't. So there's that, but they paid Nana Mizuki relatively early in her career to make the theme song for this. Maybe we'll come out of this with a dope Nana Mizuki theme song. I don't fucking know. Let's watch this probably piece of shit and maybe be surprised by it being good, or maybe be totally unsurprised and very happy that it's bad. I think that's all I have to say here at the beginning. I downloaded this from Inca Subs on Ya. This is Generation of Chaos Prologue. I don't know why it's ended with Prologue. I assume because it's the prologue to the game. But this is the thing that we're going to watch, and buckle up because this should be interesting. I've got it up and ready to go. It's at 0 seconds. There will be 2 versions. If you don't want to sync up your own copy, there will be a picture-in-picture version with the video up there, linked in the description, and a timer-based version up on YouTube. If you do want to sync for the timer-based version, if you're doing that, get your copy ready because the beep beep timer to count you down is coming at you right now. Let's go. Oh! Right off the bat. Has this always been... I mean, I know King Records has changed their thing since this. Thanks, Idea Factory. 100%! I'm here for it. All right. We got a slideshow. What has happened? Okay. This is a story which became called... Oh, we got Christian symbolism. Oh, we got devils or gargoyles or something. We got barely walking. Looking good so far. This is a bop. Are those tits? They are. I assume so. I thought it was like a Majora's Mask for a second. Titties. That must hurt. Just zoom in closer on the same frame. Okay. Yeah, no, we have 0 animators. We don't have 1. They're actually syncing them to the music. They're trying. This is just fate, huh? Oh, a mouth moved. I saw a mouth move. This is just fate, isn't it? But bad. That OP had a whole 8 frames in it. Wow. Chiffon's Journey? I don't remember that being a... Is that a subtitle to it? Oh, no. Welcome to The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. Yeah. 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 Oh, no. What? 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 Welcome to a magical world of Pokemon. Oh, it's got me. Oh, it's fully got me. Wait, I know that character from somewhere. The old man. Oh. It's literally Pokemon. What? It even sounds like Pokemon. What is that behind him? What is that panda thing? What the fuck? Wait, you just already implied that he'll be the champion. Oh no, he used to be. But then he grew up and found out that being a child prodigy and a child star is a problem. Oh no. Oh no. Oh my god, it's literally a multi-eared Pikachu. Wait, you pop them out of a fucking... Whoa, that's a bad design. Oh, that's a terrible oddish. Holy shit. It's literally just called Ohana? It's just a flower monster. Okay. Wait, what? Wait, did he just win? Through nothing? Wait, he lost? How? No moves were used. Wait, what? Oh, he just can't command his monster. He lost the sound. He can't hear the bells anymore. So it's Pokemon, but Ash grows out of it and just gets wrecked, and Pokemon don't care about him anymore? All of his effort as a child is just disappearing. That's amazing. No, not you too. Not you too. No. Wait, is he talking to his younger self talking to him now? You're not the same person you used to be. And it was all a dream. Oh, it was actually all a dream? Wait, that wasn't the setup. Cuz that was actually had a smidgen of interesting. Fuck you. Fuck you. I want to pause. Oh, yes, shake that cell up and down. Let's go. We are not moving. What a bait and switch. I'm mad. I'm mad. That was almost a premise. We came so close to having a premise. Wouldn't that be interesting? Ash grows out of it and he has to travel the world to like get his gift back or maybe like self-actualize and become an adult. What a fucking plot. I guess I mean it's bullshit in Pokemon universe. Brock isn't. Oh wait, Brock is that young, isn't he? So stray monsters just run around and rampage, I assume. What? Literally, where did that come from, my man? I don't know anything about this character, so that didn't. Okay, but it is trying to be symbolic about like coming of age and feeling weird. But that is actually a fear that he has? Yeah, I know the feeling. I'm 27 and I feel like I'm 16. Deep. Hashtag. Hashtag deep. No! I don't want to be a fine young man. Oh, it's called Neverland. Oh, we Peter Pan in it. Got it. It's almost a premise. How could you not have known that that was there? How could you not? It's a full fucking city with a wall. All right, okay, sure. Oh. What forest find? Wait, what? You're just talking to yourself. All right, we got to Isekai City A. I guess its name is Chickbug. Cool. Your dog cannot talk, Chiffon. I'm sorry. It just can't. Oh, so this is a classic Idea Factory. The hard cuts with different audio. Ugh. I don't know why What the fuck? Oh, this is also the town from Zelda Ocarina of Time, isn't it? It's the same town. There's just a guy spinning, dancing. Tingle in a little hat. You don't have any money, do you? Boy, those are just apples. Ooh. Oh, who's that? Is that an important plot character? Are they gonna jump off the building? Hero clunk. Ah, we got a cut. We got a cut. Look. Skelter Heaven does not have a single cut. That was a cut. Somebody with the ability to draw drew a thing, and then they made it move. Oh, we got more characters. We got Nurse Joy. Who the fuck? Yeah, no, she's just better than you. It's fine. That's an okay gag. Right, Blockhead. What do I look at? Oh, it's the crater where he... It's just pasted on top of the cobblestones. Oh, no. Yeah, we know. We were aware. At standing on balconies? They have full human teeth. They have full human teeth. Fully human teeth. Big chiclets. Great orthodonture. Kamuria is not that big, my mans. I saw it from above. Right. Worried about his own. Okay. Oh no. That was not a cut. Yeah, 100%. That guy's voice actor actually sounds familiar. I take it back. That's not a good gag. Oh, is he freaking out? Oh, oh shit! He's freaking out and he won't listen. Sorry, Chiffon. That guy's gonna get it. He's gonna get his pearly whites up in some business. Yeah, if you put enough fog onto the bottom, it can just slide around. See, we assume it has legs because we heard it, like, walking before, but we never saw its legs. So now he has to save his friend. You can't do that. I don't know that everybody has done the exact same thing you have done. Shit. I'll prove you wrong. Chickbug loves me. Yeah. Oh, okay. We're special like that. Oh, it does have legs. You ever get so mad your face shivers? Yeah, me too. I'm doing it. I'm trying right now. It's not happening. Yeah, buddy, use your brain. Ooh, speed lines. Wait, can you? Or no, you just are empathizing. I see. It does appear to be trying to get out of your town, not to kill people in your town. So I think that's probably okay. Oh, he breaks the wall. All right. Fuck you. Well, there goes my only friend. Hey, you want to be friends? I just speed him up for a joke. You know what? Fine, sure, yeah. We take that. Isn't that a kind of fabric? Oh no! Why? Oh, okay. So this is just the full like backstory for the character. Tell me. Yep. Say some heartfelt line, and then I guess we get a second half. I'm gonna assume. This feels like this one's over. It get fucking wrecked, Chris. You know what? That gag works. This is way less awful than I expected and still hilariously bad. Okay. Give me the next one. Rose's rise to action. Who dat? Or tell me that they start with a dream sequence as well. Cool, cool. I like the background track. No, I don't. Okay. Oh, it's got to be the walking girl in the intro. Oh, hi. Well, that guy's evil because he's ugly, obviously. Oh. I don't like the ponytails. Nope. She's actually got a character design. I mean, it's very flat Asuna elf, but it's a design. So expressive. Much expression. Okay. Okay. Ooh, a plot point. Fully just Zelda. Right? Hey, you know what? You gotta rip off what works. Oh, she's a weaver. Working on the loom. Doing it with her eyes closed. Yeah, shuttle that shuttle back and forth. She's doing that with her eyes closed? I know, I doubt it. I doubt it. Okay. Wait. Why it just disappeared? Okay. Is there any reason for this scene to be as long as it is? What? Fully what? Oh, burning cross symbolism. What? What? Oh, is she magic and she doesn't know it? Or no, we're being attacked. Yeah, we're being attacked. Okay. So wait, why did but then what? Oh, no place for you. No place for you at all. Trying to rip her own head off. Urgh. Oh, fully up for crucifixion. Okay. Hello. Oh, that's the child. Tell me this is all a dream, too. She just fell asleep at the loom. What? What? This had better be a dream. Fucking hell. Just smelling smoke. Okay, there is smoke, though. Wait, how's the smoke from over there, over here? Is that her fucking house? Oh, shit. Oh, it's that bad guy. Eh. Mom, I'm fine. No, I don't think so. Oh, is she gonna cut all her hair off and become badass and put on some armor and shit and become the girl in the intro? Probably. Oh, wait. That child is probably alive. Okay. Good. We chillin'. With the chillin'. Hello. That's imposing. You gonna steal the child? That's an interesting voice for that character. Okay. Right. Fear of the unknown, yada yada. So he's gonna take the child? Nope. Oh, we get a Oh, okay. We get voiceover to explain who the fuck that is. Sure. Sure it is. That's a different person? Fully a different person, huh? Or is it the same I don't. Okay. 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 Just gonna reuse those shots from the OP or vice versa. Yeah, okay. So she goes badass, gets piercings, her hair spikes out. She somehow gets some dank ass armor. Cool. Backstory. Wait, is she fully clipping through her own? Dude, that's a 2D character clipping. And that's it. I'm gonna be real, it wasn't as bad as I was expecting. There were some solid moments of hilariously badness. And it's terrible in terms of like budget and production and knowing what the fuck is going on. Some of the scene transitions are really fucking rough and bad. But it's not Skelter Heaven fucking out of its gourd. Clearly somebody else wrote the plot is the problem here. Because if Yoshiteru Sato wrote any of this, it would be way worse. I'm kind of impressed. All right, stop moving your lips. Stop it. Stop it. Okay. Okay. Well, that was Generations of Chaos prologue. So it's got two parts and they're totally disconnected. I assume they're in the same world. First off, I'm sort of surprised, honestly. This is a lot better than the Yoshiteru Sato works that I've seen before that have come out of Idea Factory. That is not to say in any way that this is fucking good, but there are like characters that have like designs and sometimes they move. So that's a big leap in the right direction. Also, it's pretty clear that this world and its world building was not built by Idea Factory. This is somehow built by the game or something. I don't fucking know. Now, at the beginning, it seems way more promisingly awful than it actually ends up being. And I'm both really like surprised by how honestly well put together this is compared to other things that we have seen from this studio. And it's still so bad I enjoyed the bad parts of it, but then it actually kind of backs it up with like trying to have a plot, right? Skelter Heaven is just somebody drunk on acid saying, I could do Evangelion totally, no problem, could totally do it, got it. This is like its own world that is just shamelessly ripping off of other famous Japanese and like fantasy type media from the era. It's literally Pokemon Ocarina of Time at the start, right? I got nothing beyond that. We get this really terrible CG forest that we move around with CG camera. The music is not the worst thing in the world. It's all stocky feeling, you know, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's the worst in the world. The whole sequence of revealing all these monsters sucks balls, though. It really sucks with the sound effects and just the shots of the monsters. Like, is that legit a Pepe with a cross? I didn't register that as it happened. Is the cross growing out of its head? Is that like a feature of this frog? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's there for like 5 seconds as it goes. So, really bad walking, sliding animation stuff, and like bounced the frame up and down. Pretty bad jump into voiceover to explain stuff. But you know what? Gods and demons live alongside humans. Also, there's a never-ending battle in Neverland. Bunch of filling for time with all these still shots. See, this first opening, the intro sequence, really made me think this is going to be the best because it's so bad. This whole intro is as bad as it could be, pretty much. You get terrible CG for the setup stuff, really weird voiceover, really bad introductions of all of these fucking not Pokemon things. And then we jump into expositing about this stuff. I really want to know what this fucking thing in the background is. Like, what it looks like a plastic panda float from the Macy's Day Parade, but gigantic and terrifying. It's like a 300-foot tall Kigurumi. I don't know. The dialogue is not super great. It doesn't do a very good job. The whole thing is just Pokemon, but worse. He drops out the worst designed fucking monster that I've ever seen. I get that it's supposed to be like a radish or something, but holy shit, that is the ugliest monster design. The giant fucking mouth and the droopy leaves. Oh, it's awful. Oh, it's so awful. Now the little fox monster thing is actually pretty okay because it's like they took fucking Eevee and Ninetales and Pikachu and they just smashed them together. They didn't even let them fuck. They just smashed them together. So it actually has kind of a character design. And then we win by default. Really confusing that happens. It doesn't make any fucking sense. But it is in dream logic, so we hand wave it. That's fine. And at this point, I get really excited because I think in a totally different direction that we're going to have a fucking interesting plot here, which is that this dude ages out of being able to control his Pokemon and has to figure out a different way to like obtain self-worth in the world. And like, that's super interesting to me. That's so different, and makes me intrigued. Not exactly what's happening, but also kind of what's happening because I guess his chick bug does not like listen to him anymore. I guess it's your final adventure after all. I guess the kid's like 13. He's never gonna have another adventure. Okay. All right. Bye, chiffon. I gotta look up what chiffon is. I think it is a type of fabric, right? Or is cake? Oh yeah, it's made with beaten egg whites to give a light consistency. But it's also a lightweight, balanced, plain woven sheer fabric or gauze like gossamer woven of alternating S and Z twist crepe yarns, which puckers the fabric slightly in both directions after weaving, giving it some stretch and a slightly rough feel. Thanks, Wikipedia. Now I know what chiffon is. I would never have known that before. I will forget it in about 5 minutes. Cool. So Chick Bug's all weird. We get real bad CGI and lots of still frames of characters standing around. listen, the production budget is like one dude's pocket change and a couple of Twinkies. Like that's what they have to go off of. Throw the Twinkies at the animators and hope they make something okay, and throw half a Twinkie at the CG staff and hope that they have some stock stuff that they can throw together real fast. Is bad. There are some like attempts at creative shots, which are always the most fun because usually when Yoshiteru Sato attempts at creativity, it goes way bad. In this case, they're just sort of middling and mediocre and kind of fine. Like the reflection of Chiffon in the eye of the thing as it blinks, that's like, there's an idea there. Something about this scene, though. The fucking look on this creature's face. Absolutely kills me. It's not even something that's like legitimate criticism. It looks so fucking funny. Like what? It looks like a giant trout with man teeth, with people teeth. So I think that's my favorite thing about the chick bugs is that they just have perfect braces quality, great orthodonture, full human teeth with like one canine and incisors and molars. What do they eat? Apparently they're omnivores. So I guess they eat other Pokemon and also like leaves and shit. What the fuck? What the fuck? See, that's a real weird decision. Real weird decision. What the fuck, man? All right, you know what? I'm going deeper. I'm googling chick bug. What the chick bug? Nope, chicka bug. Personalized labels and party printables. Chick bug generation of chaos. I doubt that it exists. There's no way to find anything out about this shit. Okay, and Generation of Chaos itself is a turn-based strategy RPG fantasy video game released for the PSP, developed by Idea Factory. So they are the same company. Okay, some other stuff, some kingdom management, some army battles. Chiffon is fully not a character in it, so I'm a little I'm a little bit confused by that. What? Okay, all right, I gotta just look away. So I can't find anything about chick bugs. I was hoping there would be like, you know, even old games sometimes have a fandom around them and have like a wiki page or like a wiki. And you can maybe go in and like Bulbapedia, find out what chick bugs are and what they're supposed to eat and shit. Apparently not. I don't think any of that is relevant to the game. It doesn't seem to be. Really rough CG town. Very literally looks like the graphics from Legend of Zelda: The Ocarina of Time, which is crazy for a PSP era video game I mean, I know that this isn't in the game, but like, come on, y'all. Come on. Ocarina looks better than this. So we walk around gazing at an apple and we see a dude on a balcony. I make a joke about him jumping off and instead the balcony fucking breaks and he falls. It's actually an okay gag. You know what else is kind of an okay gag? These two, and the way that one of them always starts talking and then she just overwrites him. She's fully just Nurse Joy. I don't understand, but there's an attempt. There's an attempt at having a character with like a thing that is a bit. He's like a weird comic relief that adds to the thing by being terrible at saying stuff and always saying the most obvious thing that somebody else is about to say and then they overwrite it. I know that I'm totally ruining it by over-explaining the joke that you all obviously understand because it's hyper simple, but there is an attempt. It's still hyper simple. It's not really character. It's not really that he's a person. But you know who is kind of a person? Chiffon, who has like worries. He's like worried about something. He's worried about growing up. Now, is it like a powerful worry? Like, no, he's worried that he's gonna grow up and his pets won't listen to him anymore. Now that could be really interesting if we did more with it, but we don't. So I don't know. I give the characterization of the characters like a flat 5. It exists. It's there. It's not good, but it's also not awful. It's like it's something. All right, and then a little bit later, or no, is it a little bit earlier? There's the single cut in the entire episode. It's after the dude falls. He runs after him, right? Thunk. No, we just stride up. No, he runs to get to Chiffon or to get to Chick Bug. I do love this like full copy paste one CG thing on top of another CG thing and hope it looks okay. It doesn't. And then couple that with the like way too close shot so that we don't have to draw the guy too often. We get to see the full set of pearly whites that these chick bugs have to bring to bear, which is amazing. And this guy's real grim and serious. Okay, so he runs at some point. Okay, no, it is immediately after the fall occurs. So the guy falls, and then there's a cut. It's on twos. It's moving. It's not horrible. The shadows kind of match. The background is kind of animated. Sort of. Mostly just the lines here, they move, and then there are CG things attached, sort of, that kind of move. Sort of in the same way. Mostly in the same direction. Holy shit. It's amazing. It moves. Really quite a bit better than most of Hamatsu no Mars or Skelter Heaven. So, yeah, sick. Good. Top, tippity top quality stuff there. I'm actually honestly kind of impressed with this first half. It's like, it's a thing. There's like a plot. And the plot is actually executed upon. And the kid is like trying to save his monster. And then the guy is like, you can't save that monster. And he's like, no, but I can. And so the guy's like, all right, I'll let the monster free. And he goes free. And we're happy. And then we full hard cut to later, undeterminedly later, sometime later when the wall has been patched up. And they all reminisce about stuff. And this guy still can't get a word out edgewise. I think the first half is fucking great. It's got enough ridiculous shit in the beginning that I thought it was going to be so bad that it's interesting. And then it ended up following up with like being like a 4. I give it like a 4. That's way better than it should get. It should be like a 2. So I at this point understand why there aren't as many like articles written about this or people finding this and just being like, what the fuck even how? Because it's not as ridiculous as Skelter Heaven or Hamatsu no Mars. It's not as utterly balls to the wall, utterly insane, really bad. Like, why did they make these decisions bad? There are some other things that are a little bit more like nuanced that are hard to like find immediately because a lot of them have to do with the sound. But it partly has to do with like using one background track and then cutting into another. I'm actually going to spend a minute to go through and find one example of it, and then I'll show it to you. And it's just a demonstration of why like editing and thinking about sound design in my mind is really important for creating continuity between shots. Because if we're going to learn anything from a show like this, it's not going to be, yeah, that's what you should do. It's going to be, here are some of the mistakes that were obviously made. Now, some of those mistakes are really simple and really obvious, which are like, don't do CG shots of forests as your setup for stuff if you don't have the budget to make a good-looking CG shot of a forest. Also, just don't do them. Just don't. You don't need it. It didn't add anything to anything. It wasn't necessary. It didn't matter. Spend a little bit of time and do like a shot of the whole arena for the like Pokemon tournament or whatever. It's not that hard to do one still shot of that kind of an arena. Same with a still shot of a town. It's not that hard. But we can overlook that stuff. Let me find one of those cuts. And I find it immediately. So, here's the thing. Just listen to this. Cut, right? That lack of continuity in the sound makes it feel like we're kind of in a different place. We understand what has happened. We're like zooming into the location, right? We go from a further establishing shot to a closer establishing shot. But it's fully a different audio track. If we were in the city, we would hear relatively the same things as we were hearing outside of it. To create continuity, it's probably better to use the same track or to do some editing magic to make it feel a little bit more fluid in the transition there. As it is, it's a bit jarring. because it's like amateur filmmaking when you cut from inside filming on like a microphone on the camera to outside filming, and then suddenly there's wind noise. It creates like weird cognitive dissonance. Even if it's more like how it would sound if you were outside, it's not right. It's not how it should be for the filmmaking purposes. So little things like that are really like the worst stuff in this, is that the production is really shoddy, and that's something that we could totally expect from Idea Factory, is shoddy production. And these kinds of mistakes are all over the place in the other media that we've seen from them, in Hamatsu no Mars and in Skelter Heaven. All fucking over the place are these bad decisions and weird cuts and like weird cutting of the audio and terrible shots and bad CG, all that jazz, right? It's all there. But here it's a little bit more stark, because the show is actually a little bit better put together. It's got a thing that it's going for that is the basest, most simple thing, but it's actually relatively executing upon it, at least in this first half. The second half is far more boring. It's just not that interesting, right? Because we show a bad guy, great. We show this scene, which is almost pretty, like actually almost pretty. We show this character once we cut in closer to her, which this wide shot looks awful. But we cut in closer to her, and she pretty. Her lighting is way overblown and way bright, but we're trying to be like, oh, this is the good life and the good world and everything is good. Yay, yay, yay. She's clearly an elf. I don't know why they keep calling her a demon. No, I understand. And she actually has like a character design. Now it's a simple ultra base character design. Got bangs, got spiky stuff, got really long flowy orange hair, a simple straightforward face, but it's a cutish character design. Great. I don't like the character design of the girl, mostly because the weird two ponytail thing, and also we do some weird angles on this child's face as she speaks. Oh, I guess You Have a Fever too sets up the dream sequence to an extent. Some weird angles on the face with the under chin that look a little odd, but aren't like shockingly really the worst, you know? All the backgrounds suck. And then this scene kind of sucks too. Almost believably fabric. Crazy that she's doing that with her eyes closed, working in a sweatshop while sweating it out, and has a terrible dream of burning stuff and burning things. And then we run into some bad guys, and I guess they're defending the town from demons. So I guess they're good guys, but nobody's a good guy because she's a half demon or something. And so the demons don't want her and the people don't want her. And it's a pretty classic, like, you're stuck in the middle sort of situation. And then we end up fully crucified with a child and burning at the stake. Oh, okay. And that's not happening. None of it's happening. But then a bad guy destroys her home, and this guy who came fully out of nowhere just shows up and is like, yeah, I didn't stop them, but I'm here to like tell you some stuff about the world will never accept you because you're partly a demon like me. And I guess there's a plot there. There's like some plot. The weird dangly things that come out of his eyes are fucking strange. I imagine that if he takes the mask off, they get stuck in the mask and they're actually attached to his eyes. He's like, ah! He has to put them through and pull them out. And he's just a normal looking dude with fucking dangly things coming out of his eyes. I don't know. But she makes her decision in this moment. And Thanks, fucking narrator. So they don't know how to express some of these things, so they just use the narrator, and we cut to some pensive shots of Armor Dude, and we cut to the same shots of her in full armor stuff, just boob plate, obviously, because you don't need it. And I think the craziest thing here is that she's wearing this cloak, which looks like it's like padded cloth or something, and her hand fully clips through it. What the fuck? How, like, this isn't Ruby where it's CG and like sometimes that shit happens. Wait, I guess they're trying to make it. She's just pushing it back as she walks, which is also really annoying. But what the fuck? And all of it topped off by the fact that Nana Mizuki did do the opening, and the opening is actually good. Nana wills it. I give the whole thing a 4. It is significantly below par, definitely below average, but fully blows my expectations for what will come out of Idea Factory out of the water. It had enough fun terribleness in the very, very beginning that I thought that this was going to be a real journey into the depths of awful, and I was just going to be dying laughing the entire time. And enough little moments like the chick bug in the room looking really funny, or the dude with the beard like running up onto a balcony and like striking a pose, but like far enough away from him and low detailed enough that it just looks fucking goofy. Or the fact that there's one cut in the entire anime. I know they say that you should, Sakuga's whole point is that you put like one big sequence, and I guess the big sequence was Chiffon running, because gosh, they put a modicum of effort into it. But I have to give credit where credit is due. There are stories here. They're not good or interesting or terribly deep. There's not much to glean from them. There are moments of attempts. There are moments of a slightly better understanding, I assume, from Yoshitaro Sato of what anime is. Because what's in the other works, they are so baffling because there's absolutely no comprehension from the creative side of like what is the goal here? What is supposed to be happening? I don't understand why it's happening the way that it is. And in this one, like I get it. I get it. I understand this thing sort of, right? Like I understand the first half, it's kind of coming of age-y, and he has to like reconcile that a little bit inside his own mind. It's not fucking deep, but it happens. And then in the other one, it's like, oh, this character is a full outcast and is not welcome in any society. Literally, the backstory, the base backstory for half elves is that one, right? Like, oh yeah, or I guess the base backstory for all tieflings is that one. It's like, well, you're a devil, but you're not a devil, and you're also a human, but you're not a human, and so nobody wants you, and I guess you should go off adventuring. It's very D&D backstory, my first D&D backstory. One kid was like, can I be a Pokemon trainer in D&D? And the DM was like, no, because that seems fucking OP, dude. If you were just like a ranger with animal companions that you could switch out at any time, nah, that seems busted. Okay, well then, what if I was like once a Pokemon trainer and then like my Pokemon stopped listening to me because I got older, and so I went adventuring to find my own way in the world? And the DM was like, yeah, sure, man, you're a fighter. You're level 1. You're a level 1 fighter because your Pokemons were the ones who fought for you the whole time, and now you got to swing a sword yourself. Great. You did it, kid. Yay, I was a Pokemon champion. And we did it, right? Like that's the backstory. We did it. And similarly, it's like, I want to be kind of edgy, but I also want to be like a hot girl, and I want something to protect. Okay, well, like you felt like your adopted daughter who's human wasn't safe because she's associated with you who's half devil or something, and so you went adventuring and got like some cool armor, and you're also a level 1 fighter. Here you go. Okay, yeah, cool, sick. That's like my backstory, man. And we did it. Like the backstory done, set. Easy. But it has a story. I'm pleasantly surprised, and also in a weird way like pleasantly disappointed, right? I'm disappointed that it's not worse because I wanted it to be worse. But I'm also gonna see that there's an attempt. There was an attempt. And that's it gets a wooden star, which I call a 4. So a wood star. It's not silver. It's not gold. It ain't even bronze. It's just made of wood, but it is still a star, and maybe it got painted. It's a painted wooden star. There you go. Good job. You made an anime. I watched it. It was watchable, sort of. Would I rewatch it? No. Would I rewatch Tenku Danzato Skelter Heaven? Yes. Absolutely. 10 out of 10. My favorite piece of media. No lie, I love it. I love it to pieces. This one, not as much. It's kind of too good to be bad. I hoped it would be so bad it's good, but it's a little bit too good to be so bad it's good. So be it. Okay, I think that's a wrap for this thing. Definitely a fun watch. Definitely fun to watch through. I don't know if we really like learned anything or got anything from this, but a good way I think to follow up on. This is a short anime that doesn't take itself too seriously and honestly isn't trying too hard. Whereas what we watched last week with Honeyamiz was a long movie that did take itself very seriously and was trying really hard. I wouldn't say it's trying too hard. It was trying really hard, and it just missed the mark on like having a relatable plot. This one, dumb, bad look. It's literally polar inverse, right? With Honeyamiz, we watch it. I watch through it. It's gorgeous. It's well put together. The scenes flow really interestingly. There are characters with like significant characterization, at least a bit, and like interesting stuff that doesn't quite make sense. But then I don't connect with it on an emotional level. This one, it looks like shit. Full stop. It's got one cut in the entire thing. Full stop. The story is as bland as it could be. And yet, because it's so bland, because it's such a simple story, I do connect with it on an emotional level. You can't help it, right? It's just like connecting with Pokemans, right? You get it. I don't like it. I don't vibe with it, but I connect with it a little bit because I understand what's happening here and what the attempt is. So almost a perfect polar opposite. So I'm kind of proud of myself for choosing something so perfectly polar opposite to Wings of Honiamis. That's kind of neat in a weird way. Um, don't watch this. It's not worth watching. Not really. There's not much to gain from it. Not much to lose either. So yeah, that's the show. I've been Tiabu. This has been Generation of Chaos prologue. It exists. It's a thing that was made, and we watched it. See you next week for something different. We'll probably watch something maybe like a 50-minute to like an hour and 10-minute like action EOVA next time. Sounds like a jam to me. Sounds like a good time. See you next week for something different. Peace.